Hello everyone and welcome back to my channel, and welcome back to a video that I don't think I have ever done, and that is a speed build video. Now normally I don't do speed builds because, you know, I lack the speed part. Builds normally take me a good few hours, especially if I am decorating. However, I decided, because everyone says that build mode is so much easier in The Sims 4, that I would, you know, give it a go. So this is called the Smarter Starter, very imaginative name, but I wanted to start off with a starter home, and I was trying to come in below the 20,000 simoleons, so that, you know, if it was a single sim or whatever, then you would be able to move straight in with some money left over. Now, as you can see from the top tab, I have left that open so that you can see what we're looking at just now, and I'm just adding some roof trims in a second, and I love that. I think it is such a nice accent feature. Now, I'm playing about with the roofs first of all, just so I can get them looking quite cute, because, you know, with the roofs, the Sim Supply gave a tip that you put the roofs on first and then you can build the rooms around that, and it's the best tip ever because that's what I've done. And it actually is the most sensible way to do it, because then you don't have a gorgeous interior and then, you know, terrible roofs. Which was always my problem in The Sims 3. But the roofing tool is so much more easier, and obviously you have the accents as well now, which is, you know, cute. So I ended up creating this, and it is a 2-bedroom starter home. So if you do start with a fam bam and you have, I've actually put 2 single beds in it, eventually you will see that, then you most definitely can move into this house. I think if you move in with a family you get more than the 20,000. I think you end up with, oh, what is it, I think you end up with maybe, I'd like to say 24. I think it's 1,000 simoleons per sim afterwards. So I think that is what you'd end up with. So I'm just using that new tool, which is awesome, just to give me a bit of an entranceway. And then I'm looking for the doors. Now I did make the walls the medium height walls because I do love big tall walls in real life. I think that that's just a gorgeous feature, and it's something that, you know, will be in my house in the future, and I just love it. I love the tall walls. I think it's such a classic gorgeous feature. Playing about with the windows. Windows are always my kryptonite. I'm terrible at windows. I end up having too many or too little, or the placement's not good, and blah blah blah. I hate windows like so much, and they're so expensive, it's ridiculous. So I put the bedroom ones up a little bit higher just to give the height on the ceiling. And I know in a real house all the windows would be the same sort of height, but you know, this is a Laura house, this is a xSimSugar house, and things are just slightly different in here. And just going for some tiles. I actually really like the flooring patterns in The Sims 4. I think that they are really nice. The wood actually looks rich and dark like wood. The only thing that I'm not loving is the fact that you can't turn off the grid. That annoys me ridiculously, so much it annoys me. And here I was trying to separate these 2 rooms so that I could make a sort of kitchen and a separate living area, but in the end we do end up going for an open plan. So I'm just putting in some doors now, try to go for the little more expensive ones, but after seeing the cost of them I went, screw that. I'm not going to bother. And I put a little entranceway into the room, and I'm just extending the 2nd bedroom now, just to give us a bit more room, and you know, a kind of hallway area. Probably looking back I could have made more use of that space, but I suppose if you know you end up with money or whatever, you could end up, you know, put a desk there or something or other. So I'm just putting some colour in the walls. I've put a nice coral for the master bedroom, and then I've put a really nice navy. So I think in fact, I was going to go for a navy blue, but I think I go for more of a pastel-y blue. And just, you know, really kind of neutral walls in the main living area part. And I went for the dark sort of wood. So as you can see, the house is starting to take shape, and we're not at that much money. So I was quite pleased with the size of the house that we could do. for the actual amount of money. So I think it will definitely be a good starter home. It's on a decent sized lot as well, so you know there is room to expand, and you can certainly expand up if you wanted. And eventually we do put like a foundation on. Now my favourite colour is red, so I wanted this house to have some red sort of accents in it. Plus we are in the Oasis Creek, Oasis Springs, so I wanted to kind of give it not a deserty feel, because red's not really a desert colour, but I didn't want it to be your kind of traditional brickwork, because everything round about it wasn't really brickworked. So I initially was going to go for this darker contrast colour, but I decided stuff it, let's go for red. Let's just go for it and put some red on the side, and I think that it ends up looking fairly pretty. Now one thing I would say that is a negative to this, just being completely honest, is the garden I don't do much with, because money wise basically it's money. If I'd added a beautiful garden in, then we would have been over. However, in the area that I've plopped it down, round about there is gorgeous gardens anyway, so you know I do put some features in which you'll see whenever I get to it, but you know at this point in time there's not that much. So I was trying to play about with sort of outside features, but I decided to go ahead and stop that. Now for the counters, I looked at the SimSupply's video, and he showed how you could change the counters so that you could have a long counter like that, which looks like a big long cupboard, and I think it looks awesome. Playing about with it to try and see if it would go in the corner, but it didn't quite do that, unfortunately. And I was trying to see if those, you know, counters would, join up, but they didn't. So just putting the fridge in and then putting a little half one in. Kind of take that off, put that back in a couple of times just to see if I'm going to do that, but you know, I do end up keeping that in. Do go for the cheapest cooker, but again, beggars cannot be choosers at this point in time. I think, yeah, I put it back in, I thought I did. And then, of course, your generalised sink. So, the living room and kitchen is open plan at the moment in time, but it does give you everything that you need. Waste disposal, a little table as well. Not a family table, granted, especially if you've got a 2-bedroom. However, like I say, you can extend this property very, very easily, you know, once you get some money. And actually, it comes in, I think it comes in fully furnished about 17,000 or so. So, you know, there's definitely room. If you've got a family and you've got 24,000, you know, you've definitely got the possibility that you could extend. And so here I'm just bringing in the red into the house as well. So in my head, the owner of this house is a big passionate fan of red. So I was trying to incorporate that into the sort of living room area, and I wasn't sure about where I was going to place things, so you see me kind of fanning about for ages trying to figure out what I was going to do. I didn't really want to be matchy with the furniture, but in the end, with room constraints, you'll see that I kind of did, you know. I kind of just went for it. But again, you could pull it out, you could extend it out a little bit and not have as much of a, you know, an entrance kind of way if you wanted. There's loads of potential, and it's a smarter starter. And that's the room, the name, because it is smart, because it's got lots of room for potential, and that's what I'm saying, and that's what I'm sticking to. And like I say, the high ceilings I just love as well. So for beds, it is the cheaper beds, unfortunately, but again, these are all things that in a starter home you come to expect. There's not much that you can really do with your money if you really want it to go far. Now there is a new series that I'm doing coming up. If you remember back in the day, whenever I had first started my channel, I did a collaboration with another YouTuber called Hey Yorkie, and I really loved that. He did the builds of the house, so he built the outside, he did the gardens, etc. And then what I did is I decorated the inside of the house, and we set ourselves certain budgets. So we did starter homes, we did medium-sized homes, etc. And it was a lot of fun, because he is a really talented builder. So we have decided that since it's The Sims 4, we're going to go ahead and do another series with that. So I'm really excited. So the first one should be up on Saturday. Time, what do you call it? Time permitting. That's it, time permitting. So I'm trying to make the mirror bigger using the, the shift and the angle button, but it didn't quite work. And what was I going to say? Yeah, so hopefully it should be up on Saturday. So that will be good. So he's going to build a house, and you'll see the build will be up on his channel on a Thursday. And then I'll have the decoration up at my channel on the Saturday. So I'm going to leave a link below just now to his channel so that you can go over there and get subscribed so you can be ready for the build video. And it's called Hey Yorkie Chilled. He's a great guy. He's got a Sims 4 series going on just now. He's hilariously funny, and he's definitely worth checking out his channel just in general, not even just for these build videos, but just in general. He's a great YouTuber. So I'll leave a link below. Go and subscribe to him so that you end up being prepared for Thursday, and you'll be able to see his sort of speed build of the house. And then on the Saturday, you'll see me decorate it. Now what I'm going to try and do is do like a live decoration. I'm going to try, but it's me, so it may be a bit more difficult. However, I did this house in an hour, so that's pretty damn amazing for me, because normally, God, I'm at it for hours and hours and hours. So, you never know. I'll try it. If it doesn't work out, I'll just speed it up. But we'll see. So the house is starting to take shape now. We've got a bathroom. I've put the bookcase up on the wall as well so that you can have that for your skill building. I've not put a TV in. I don't think it's particularly essential at first, because there's a lot of entertainment they can read, or they can go on their phone and play a game or surf the web or whatever. Just putting in some, clutter, if you like, in the boys' room, just to make it more like a boys' room. And now I'm just adding the foundations on to the house now. And if you haven't tried the foundation tool, it's absolutely brilliant. It's so easy to use, and I just love the fact that you can just do your house and then stick a foundation on the bottom of it. I wasn't sure whether to do a foundation for this, but I did end up going ahead and making one. So, and I think it turned out, pretty nice. And I wanted it to be decent foundations. Now, at first, I couldn't figure out how to get the lip away from the foundations, and it was really annoying me. But you just go into the foundations and it's just the second one along, and that'll take the lip away from. Hopefully you know what I mean by the lip, because I kind of skipped past that a bit fast there, but hopefully you'll get what I mean by that. I'm just adding a few different stairs on to there just now. Yes, and then I should probably end up soon working on the garden, and I do say the garden in air quotes because it's not that great. So here I'm just playing about with trees and stuff. I was trying to zoom out to see what kind of trees they had in the area. Now the garden does take me ages, and I tried to create the same sort of thing as over there, but I couldn't find how they did the sort of edging on it. I don't know if that's a certain sort of cheat that you can use or whatever, but you know how they had the sand and then they had the edging round? I could not for the life of me work out how they did that. I was trying to do that, but it ended up just putting the foundation size on. So it raises the foundation, so I couldn't do that, which sucked because I kind of thought that would help me, but it didn't. So is that not always the way? So I'm trying to see if there's any small fences that would work, but again, no, there wasn't. So God knows how they did it. If you know how they did that, sand pit look thing, then do let me know, because it would be good to be able to add that in, because I think it looks super pretty, especially in this landscape with, everything that's entitled to it. I don't even know what I mean by that. Everything that's entitled to it. Now, I'm going to upload this to the gallery, so if you want this, then, go ahead and download it. I am no Daily Gracie, Sim Supply, Steffo Sims. I know this. No one has to tell me in the comments that this sucks in comparison to them. However, it's my first attempt, and I think as time goes on, I will get better. I'm just adding some texture to the grass because I thought, well, you know, can't do much else with the garden, but we'll add some texture on just to make it look a bit better rather than just a block of green. Just adding some stuff on. And also, I thought actually if I use this, I could do that and then put the sand on top of it, but it wasn't a perfect circle. So that didn't work either, unfortunately. So you can see that I'm totally determined. I'm like, I want to do this, but it didn't work. It was a fail. It was a fail. And here I am again. Look, I'm absolutely obsessed. I can't believe how much time I spent on this. And this is sped up like 3.5 times. 3.5 times what I spent on it. Now, I don't know if I was missing it or not, but I couldn't find a way to raise the terrain. So if you guys know how to raise the terrain, then please let me know. Because I am not sure. I wanted to make kind of hills and things, but I didn't quite... couldn't quite find it. So I'm just adding a little path up to there. Now what I do try in a second is to put hedges all along the front of the house, and I really do love the hedges, but they are expensive, so I do end up not doing that. However, it would be nice kind of in the future, and I would definitely add it on to this house, but you'll see what I'm talking about in a second because you're probably like, what hedges, Laura? But I'm determined to put a tree here at the front of the house. I'm determined. I'm not leaving it without a tree. No matter what it costs me, I'm not leaving it without a freaking tree. So yeah, I didn't do that. So eventually get there, put a bit of dirt under the tree so it looks a bit more natural. You know, trees don't just spring out the earth without anything. So these were the bushes I was trying to place along because I thought that that would look really nice, you know, surrounding it. But I ran out of money, or it wouldn't have came under the 20, and I really, really wanted it to come out the 20,000. I thought that would be super nice, but I think they're like 200 each or something, so it was just taking it well over what I wanted to spend. But I think if you look at that, how much nicer would that be if it was surrounded by that? So much nicer. So definitely if you play this family and you have some extra cash, then I would go ahead and do that. I think play this family. Play this household, I would go ahead and do that for sure, because I think that that would be really, really nice. That's me just kind of zooming in, but because it's fast... It's a bit fast. So what I'm going to do is add in some screenshots. Now I was going to put these window ledgy thingamabobbies on there because I thought it was really pretty, but then whenever I got over to the 3 windows, you couldn't place it next to each other, and because we don't have move objects on, it was impossible. So I think it turned out okay. I'm fairly proud of it. For me, I think that it was quite good, and to be able to do it in an hour, you know, it was amazing to me. So I'm just putting in a little dresser in the boys' room and just adding in the school bag and some boy kind of clutter. So I'm going to add in some screenshots because I do kind of skip past this a bit fast, but I hope that you enjoyed it. Please, 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 as always, leave a big like on the video because it really does help me, and I'll leave the link to the Toff's channel below, so please go and check that out. And also leave me a comment below if you have any requests for any other builds, or if you want to see any particular type of house, or even a community lot, then leave me requests below, and what we can do is Toff and I can work on that. He can build it and I can decorate it, or if you want me to build and decorate, then I can. Obviously, I would prefer to do the collab with him though, but, you know, let me know down below as always what you want. Your comments are so important to me, and nobody laugh. Nobody point and laugh. Or if you do point and laugh, then keep it to yourself. So I hope you're all having a great day. I hope you're all enjoying The Sims 4 and all its features, and I shall talk to you in the very next video. I love you so much, guys. Bye.